Arduino for Beginners, episode number 11. Using relays with your Arduino. Now, if you are a subscriber or you've been following this series, watching through, I was originally going to be doing how to control that robot arm we dealt with in the last episode. I had to order a new servo. One of them quit working while I was hooking some things up. Plus, I ordered some joysticks and other stuff. So, as soon as the new parts come in, we will get down to doing that. So, with that, we're just going to move on and touch on some other things. So, today, we're going to take a look at using a relay with your Arduino board. Now, I recommend buying these relay boards, and this has the optocoupler on it, and I recommend them as well because it isolates everything, so there's no physical connection. You can use regular relays, but if you do, I would add your own optocoupler. You really want to. Now, for this demonstration, all I've done is I've hooked up a little push button switch to the Arduino, and it's going to read when I push the button, it'll turn the relay on. You see that light comes on there, means it's on. Now it's off. Now it's on. There's many applications for things that you'd be building that in the program, the sketch itself, to turn it off and on. It's just for this example, I'm using a push button just to demonstrate how it works. And then here in a moment or two, we'll get over to the computer, and we'll take an actual look at the sketch. But yeah, you could use this, and the main reason is number one, if you wanted to control AC items, like light bulbs and stuff like that run on alternating current, you can't do that with transistors and stuff with the Arduino. But with this relay board, you could set this up to control a light or a plug-in in your house. And eventually we will be getting into the wireless Bluetooth stuff, and you'll be able to control these wirelessly as well. But yeah, there's all kinds of things. And the biggest reason to use the relay is it's going to be drawing more power than the Arduino could put out, or you're using AC alternating current. So that's the way to go. Now, this is a 5-volt activated board, and it's rated. You can run 220 or 110 stuff off of it, but it's maximum amps. Was it? Yeah, it's 10 amp max, but you can get bigger. You can get bigger. So I think we should just jump over to the computer, and I'll show you the sketch on how I got this working basically, and you could just modify that then for whatever application you want to use this for. You're running a sketch. Oh, I'm trying to think of some example. Maybe it's on a timer, and you push the button, and you want to have like a 2-minute delay before a light turns on. Well, you push the button, then you do a delay in the sketch, and when that time comes, it would turn this on. Otherwise, there might be some application you want to turn a strip of LED lights on. Another reason to use this, because a strip of LED lights, your Arduino ain't going to control it. But all right, let's just get over to the computer and take a look at how the sketch is set up. So I will catch you there in just a moment. Okay, I got the Arduino IDE opened up here, and this is the whole sketch right here. So let's just get into it. First thing we're doing is we're defining our relay is on pin 2, and that's what I have, the pin that activates the relay connected to is the Arduino digital pin 2. Then we are defining the button is on digital pin 3. And the other side, I forgot to mention that, the other side of the button goes to negative because we're using a input pull-up here. I'll get to that in just a moment. Then next we have an integer, and we're doing the button state. And that's where if the button is high and low, that's the integer to store if it's high and low. So now in the void setup, we're setting the relay as an output, of course. And then we're doing a pin mode again and setting the button as an input. And then we're also bringing the pull up resistor. So what this does is it makes the button high. And when you push the push button and you want the other end of the push button connected to ground. So when it goes to ground, it goes low. And that means the button goes low. Otherwise, the button is normally high. All right, then we get to the void loop here. Button state, and that's our integer we had up here, is digital read button. And that's our button. Now, if the button is pushed, it's going to equal low. If it's not pushed, it's going to equal high. But if the button is pushed, what we're doing is a while statement. So as long as I was holding that button down, it's going to digital write the relay high, and then it's just going to hold it there. And then I got a delay of 50 milliseconds, and that's just for stability. You could go a little more, a little less, but 50 works good. And then what we're doing again as well is we're reading the button state. And that's how we know if we need to get out of the while loop. So it's reading the button state while we're in the while loop and it's low. We're going to stay there. But once the while loop, the digital read finds that the button state equals high, it's going to exit this, then it's going to go to digital write relay low, and then again we're going to do a delay of 50 milliseconds. Easy, easy, easy. Like I said when we started this video, there's lots of different applications you could use this in, different sketches for. Mainly, I mean, you're going to need to control something that has a voltage that is not 5 volts, or you're going to have more amps than the Arduino will put out, or you want to control something with AC. Now, in the next video we're going to deal with transistors. A little bit different. You can't use AC with them. But, yeah, we'll get into that when we get to the next episode. But this will work really good for, like, if you want to turn a light bulb on and off using the Arduino board. You want a strip of LEDs on and off. Just use your imagination. All right, we're going to wrap this episode up. I think we've went on long enough. There isn't really anything else to go over. The sketch here, yeah, I'll put it on the website. So if you're interested in it, you go to the website and find it. Just look in the description below. Please remember to subscribe so you know when the next episode comes out. And if you're finding this information useful, please give me a thumbs up. So thank you for joining us here today, and I hope to see you at, well, that would be episode 12, I do believe.